Will Zeke's holdout ultimately be a good or bad thing for the Cowboys?
It's a bad thing for the Cowboys, and I don't think this is going to go the direction Stephen A is thinking I'm going to go. It's a bad thing because they're going to pay him, and at some point, the Cowboys will be cap-strung because they paid Zeke to come back probably a little bit more than he should have gotten. And I believe that's going to be the result of what they're witnessing on the football field and how important he is to what this offense is. When you look at the things that have transpired over this time period, there was first the harsh words of, we got to get Zeke paid, but we also got to get everybody else paid. Zeke didn't want to hear that. Then there was Zeke is in Cabo working out, not showing up to camp. We were going to work with the guys that are here coming out of the Cowboys brass. Now it's Jerry Jones making jokes about Zeke not being there, which tells me that there already are very close to Zeke being back and returning for the Cowboys. Because I'll tell you this, if this was a contentious negotiation, if this negotiation was something that Jerry Jones was totally absent of, totally out of question, if Stephen Jones was totally absolved and was like, I'm not dealing with this guy, there would be a different narrative coming out. But the laughing and joking tells me that all will be well with Zeke at the running back position, but it is going to cost the Cowboys more than they should and probably need to pay.
I think it's going to be a good thing because I think over the course of these next few weeks, Zeke is going to be relatively humbled. Let's understand why Zeke hasn't been played yet, Marcus. Two reasons. Number one, they're in negotiations with Dak Prescott. Got to take care of the quarterback first. And number two, he conducted himself like a knucklehead on a couple of occasions. Got himself suspended for 6 games. Ultimately got called to the commissioner's office just months ago, although news came out he would not be charged over the incident in Las Vegas. Let's be fair to Ezekiel Elliott in that regard. But the reality is that it points to number 3, which gets me back to the original point that I made in the first hour of this show. And that is you have to be trustworthy. Let's understand that Jerry Jones knows a hell of a lot more about Ezekiel Elliott than the rest of us. And as I've tried to educate a bunch of people, just like when I just gave this speech at Alabama a couple of weeks ago or whatever, I said, you got this. And Marcus, you're going to laugh when I say this, Marcus. You're going to laugh when I say this. You know how many times I told people, we come from a lot of these cats, you know, African Americans and beyond, you come from the streets. You come from a relatively impoverished environment compared to what you've adopted once you become an NFL player. We got cats out there getting into battles with each other over hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. But here you are in a league where billions of dollars are being circulated. And you think they're going to play around with you? You don't think they know everything about you? They know who you're dating. They know whether you smoked some weed. They know whether it's other stuff. They know whether you're partying or not. If you got girls, if you got wives, if you got mistresses, damn it. I don't give a damn what it is. They know. Because why? You're asking them to make an investment in you. So if you are Jerry Jones, you best believe he know a hell of a lot more about Ezekiel Elliott than we do. And what he's saying is, I got some trust issues with you. I'm going to take care of you. You're going to be on there. I ain't going to lose you. But I'll be damned if you're going to press me up against the wall like you got leverage. And by the way, first 3 games of the season, I got the Giants, I got the Redskins, I got the Dolphins. Excuse me, I might make you wait a little bit. That's all I'm saying. He might do that.
I'm leaning in. Bring the camera back to me. And I'm leaning close to the camera because
I want to see you.
Because Stephen A., do you know who the hell you talking about with trustworthy issues? Did you just say Jerry Jones is worried about Zeke Elliott off the field? If it was any other organization, if it was any other sane GM that doesn't deal with these issues all the way back to the 90s when Michael Irvin still got paid and Nate Newton still got paid and they brought in Adam Pac-Man Jones and they brought in they brought in Terrell Owens and paid him. For you to say that Jerry Jones is going to sit in the office with Zeke and say, I got some issues about you, so I don't know if I'm going to pay you what. Jerry Jones don't give a damn about the things that Zeke has dealt with off the field when it comes to his production on the field.
Time out. First of all, Mr. Friend of John Kittner, okay? I got news for you, Marcus. Are you ready? Jerry Jones is my friend. That's my buddy. That's my buddy, all right? That's my buddy. Now, here's the deal. Let me tell you something about my buddy Jerry Jones. I didn't say he was concerned. I said that would be his argument.
Yeah.
He might not be concerned at all. He might not give a damn. But that don't mean that's what he gonna show up with at the negotiating table. You damn right he gonna pretend to be a concern until he agrees on the dotted line. After he agrees on the dotted line, we gonna find that you absolutely right. He don't give a damn. But that's not gonna be his position before the contract is agreed upon, Marcus. You know Jerry Jones, my buddy. Jerry Jones is gonna play that game. You know that. You know that.
Jerry probably was in Vegas with Zeke. We just didn't see him on camera.
That's
he
right.
probably was pushing the other security guard.
He probably invited Zeke to his spot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how my buddy rolls sometimes. That's how he rolls. You know, but the bottom line is that until a contract is signed, he is going to pretend to be concerned so he could get you at a more decent price.
No
That's
question.
who Jerry Jones is.
And if Zeke and Zeke's agent is dumb enough to think that leverage is going to be created by Jerry Jones, he need to get less than what he deserves then. Because I'll tell you this, Stephen A., the one thing that Zeke agent better know and the one thing Zeke better know is everything that I just said about all of these guys that you did sign and pay a lot of money to with all of their baggage that came into the Cowboys organization.
All right.
The best argument Zeke has against Jerry Jones is to remind Jerry Jones about that number on his birth certificate, along with the fact that Jerry Jones himself has said, I'm running out of time. That's the greatest argument that Ezekiel Elliott can make. You said you ain't getting any younger. Your days are numbered. Well, I'm here. Are you going to waste those days? That's the best argument Ezekiel Elliott can make. There is no other argument he can make better than that.
Thank you so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.